Hey guys, so last video or whatever, I was talking about the transmission tunnel cover. I did that. I finished it. I didn't show you guys every step, so I'm gonna try to catch you up on that. Also, I got the cab off. I got the rust done. Didn't video any of that either, but I will show you the results of it. There's a little bit of light out. I did it late at night, like I told you guys, man. I'm out here working sometimes. I think I went in the house yesterday at 3 in the morning. Anyways, there's a little bit of light out and it was gonna rain, so I had to cover everything last night. I'll show you the finished product of the bottom and I'll show you the transmission tunnel. Also, I'm excited because I can show you my entire chassis and frame or whatever, because I have the cab off, so you can see a little bit more about what I've done and the extent that I've gone to underneath the truck body itself. Alright, let me switch you around and then cut you back on. Alright guys, here's what we got in the Harbor Freight tent as usual. There's stuff hanging everywhere, stuff hanging off of everything, but let's see if I can just give you a little slow pan kind of deal. Since the cab's off, I've been working on trying to put hard lines for my air ride system, my air ride suspension setup. Everything's dusty and dirty. I'm hopefully I can maybe at least brush this stuff off or something. But this is the original chassis, frame rails and everything, but the front and back are completely different. Cross member that I fabbed, transmission, that transmission bar right there, the transmission mount bar thing, I had to fab that up. Well, didn't fab it, I bought it and had to make it fit, make it work, just like almost everything else. See the two air tanks right there, that sits underneath the cab. Where those screwdrivers are, that's the front cab mount. The back cab mount is underneath right there, those two holes. Anyways, goes the exhaust setup coming from these those headers I had to buy to tuck. They clear on this side, the frame, but on the other side it was real close, and I didn't know why, because I measured everything like 15 times. See, they had to notch out the frame just a little bit right there. You can see underneath those headers, they had to notch it out to make it fit, and I, for the life of me, couldn't figure out why, because I measured this thing side to side. That transmission is, I think it's, I can't remember now, but it's 17 inches to the passenger side and 17 inches to the driver's side with the tape measure. I mean, it was dead on, right in the middle. And then I measured, you can't see it now, the radiator's in the way, but that front crank, I measured from the center of that crank to the edge here. I measured from the center to a bolt here. I measured like 3 or 4 different places that I could figure to see if it was left to right, and it was pretty good, except it was, I mean, it was off maybe 1/8 of an inch to one side, like maybe 1/8 of an inch. And for there to be that much clearance on this header and not that header was confusing me. Then somebody, I think it was the LS Swap Guru on YouTube, if you know, or if you look him up, he does LS swaps. I like his channel. He gives a bunch of good information, not little good information, but he gives a bunch of good information. And I enjoy his channel. I've learned a lot. Even after I did my swap, I'm still learning stuff from him. But he mentioned it. On that side of the motor is the starter. Maybe you guys knew this. You're like, duh, you've been saying this the whole time. I didn't even think about it. The starter goes on that side, so that header pokes out just a little bit more. So, but anyways, I said all that because I was talking about the exhaust. So, little fake Flowmaster, y'all know the thrush. Sounds alright. I mean, it's a budget set of mufflers, but they did a good job, man. I like it. Dumps right here behind the rear axle. Let's see what I got going on. Dual wires, like I showed you guys before. Compressors mounted to the side. There, it's gonna tuck real nice. That, I'm not happy with the way that I have the air management manifolds and computer and everything set up, really, but it's gonna have to work. I'm done messing with it. I really want to put those train horns on there, but we'll see what happens. The gas tank right here, that gas tank comes out of a, I want to say like a 70, somewhere between 1972 or 75 Mustang. That's the 20-gallon version. They have a 17-gallon and a 20-gallon. It said it was a 20-gallon version. I haven't filled it up yet to know. So, anyways, that's that right there. You can see the mess that I work in. It's the mess that I make. Wonder why I can't never find my tools. But then I know where they are, but then they'll walk away from me when they're not in the place that I got them from. Once I'm using them, man, they walk off on me all the time. Anyways, I know this looks like a mess, guys. Anybody who knows what they're looking at, I hope you enjoy seeing all that work. I mean, I stripped everything down, man. This thing, I painted it, Port 15, all of that stuff. And I've beaten up a lot of it after I did all of that work, but for all the scratches and stuff. Anyways, let's take you out to the cab underneath. And that transmission mount, you'll be able to see it from the bottom. Anyways, so I got this cab. You've seen the cab before, but I had to tip it up. 1 second. I had to tip it up on its back to get all of this to work, you know. So let me show you what I mean from the side. I had to tip the cab up on its back, as you can see. Cardboard boxes, so I didn't wreck the paint. I'm not on concrete, but those cardboard, man, you'd be surprised how much a cardboard box can hold. That break in the glass was already there, promise. So here we go. 1 second. Taking some of this off. Let me not get it too far, because it is gonna rain here tonight. So I need to put that back on. Man, I wish you guys could have. I wish I would have taken a picture or something before of what underneath this cab looks like. This thing almost looks new. Other than a few things, I had the tiniest little air compressor because my other one broke. And I didn't have the foresight to go get, or the time really, to go get one that was big enough to do this like perfectly right. So there's like 1.5 coats maybe of this Raptor liner on here. This is that transmission tunnel from the backside that you guys seen in the other video. This is from the underside, what it looks like. Let me see if I can show you. There it goes in there. So I still have to put like a gasket or something. Probably use like a weather strip deal or something like you would use for a door, to fill in whatever remaining gaps there are. But I'm happy with it. You know, could have been worse, could have been better. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty stoked about it. So that's it from that side, and it looks really good from this side. Looks really good. I don't know if this camera's doing it justice, but that Raptor liner, man, that stuff's pretty cool. I Port 15 this first, and basically I waited until it tacked up before I put the Raptor liner on. I did 2 coats of Port 15. I brushed on the Port 15 first with a chip brush, and then I remembered I had a cheapo Harbor Freight paint gun, and I just threw it in there. I ended up chucking it because I didn't want it, man. Just the situation I'm in, usually I would clean it, keep it, you know, for little jobs like that. Man, I didn't have time, I didn't have the patience, and I ended up chucking it. It's the little purple one. I'll probably get another one day when I need it for like 10 bucks or something. Anyways, I brushed it on first, and then I ended up spraying it on. So this part, as you can see, the shinier part has a little bit of Raptor on it, but that's mostly Port 15 in this area. But this area, the little duller part, which looks great to me, man, I'm really happy with it. Anyways, that's what I did with it, and you guys see the transmission tunnel. So that's that, guys. I got some other work to do today, and we'll see what we can see if I learn from my mistakes and start taking a little more document of it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. See you on the next one.